and promises. I've got more than my share.
We're rolling.
We are rolling. We're slow rolling.
There's very few things that you can do in this town that quite measure with this.
Oh, you gotta have a convertible in Malibu.
Driving a convertible, a PCH, but not just a regular convertible, crappy convertible.
Yeah,
with
crappy.
coffee. Yeah.
Crappy one with coffee.
You need something like this. We are sitting in a 67.
67.
A 1967 Lincoln Continental that is a masterpiece. This is my buddy Stuart Wilson, who's a stuntman.
How are you?
A very unique kind of stuntman. You're still walking normal.
Still walking normal.
You're not wearing any bandages or eye patches or anything.
No,
yeah,
no.
You're in pretty good shape.
Pretty good shape.
No bruises right now?
No bruises right now.
So you're
but
good.
I'm going back to work next week, so we'll see what happens.
So this will be out tomorrow. So chances are you won't have any bruises by tomorrow.
I won't have it. Yeah,
unless you say something wrong to your girlfriend or something.
Yeah, and in which case then I'll have various
all bets
bruises
are
everywhere. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks for coming over. Hanging out. This is
anytime I can drive the coast in this car.
I know.
I'm content.
So what are you going to shoot in Biloxi?
We're shooting a film. I'm supposed to know the name of this thing, right? I'd actually have to look it up to tell you. It's a Bruce Willis film.
Okay.
I have no idea what I'm doing in it, which is usually the case. Sometimes, yeah, you have some big stunt looming over your head that you go, man, that's gonna hurt. When does that happen?
So you've jumped out of buildings.
Yeah.
You've crashed cars.
Yes.
Have you been set on fire?
Not on a film. I did a partial burn when we were rehearsing for something, and then somebody else did that. So no.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of fire.
Yeah, that's not fun.
It's really, really hot. I think any stunt where you pull it off correctly, it doesn't really matter what it is. If you pull it off,
the one that works.
The one that works. If you pull it off right for that brief moment in time, everybody goes, "Man, that was great. You did a killer job."
Yeah. As long as you didn't die doing the stunt, that's a good stunt.
It's a good stunt. Yeah. I was working for Kevin Smith once, and he hadn't directed action before, and it was it was the first action film that he had done. And one of the gags I did was get hit by a car. And when I get hit by the car, obviously, there's different ways to do it, and depending on what they're looking for. And this one, I was going into the windshield, so I went into the windshield, and then the car goes down the street a little bit, hits the brakes, and then I come rolling off the front of the car and into the street. Then we yell, "Cut!" Well, sometimes this happens. The windshield just cut the hell out of me, so I'm bleeding everywhere like a stuck pig. I'm fine, but I'm bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
And Kevin Smith had this really nice coat on, and since he never directed anything like that at the time, he came up, "Oh man, that was great." He wants to give me a hug, and I go, "Dude, I am bleeding everywhere." And he goes, "F that." He gave me a hug anyway, and I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
He was so excited. He didn't really give too much about his jacket. I thought his jacket was nice.
He didn't think it was stage blood.
He knew it was real. Yeah.
The real deal.
Yeah. Originally, she came to me when she was getting ready to drive, and she says, "I found my dream car." And I said, "Oh God, here we go. What kind of Ferrari is this that this 16-year-old kid wants to drive?" And the original car she wanted was a 1939 Chevrolet Master Deluxe Business Coupe.
Wow.
I had to look it up. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And cool car. We found one down in San Diego that was a rust bucket. And long story short, purchased it. And once she found out how long it was going to take to restore it, she lost interest instantly.
Yeah, yeah.
I still have it. That's mine now. And then she said, well, my second choice is a 67 Lincoln Continental Convertible. We ended up going to a junkyard in Gardena, or Glendora, California, I should say. And looking around, I asked the guy, after walking around for about 20 minutes, "You wouldn't happen to have a 67 Lincoln Continental Convertible, would you?" And he goes, "I got one in a month ago." And there it was in primer with all the pieces stuffed inside. Wow. and we bought it.
This sounds so clean. weighs about, what, 6 grand?
6,000 pounds, yeah.
Wow. How's the brakes? Because we are going to be coming downhill.
The brakes are fantastic. First time I got it started and drove down the street, I was just going to the end of the block, and I hit the brakes. I assumed it was like the Cadillac that I was, you know, going to have to pre-plan the stops.
Yeah.
So I got on the brakes pretty good. I almost went through the windshield. I was sitting on a milk crate.
Wow.
They're that good.
We're setting up the shot, and we're at the top of Solstice Canyon, which is Corral Canyon. Such a cool car. Such a cool car. All right, so we're coming down Corral Canyon, Solstice, and the brakes are a little hot right now.
A little bit, just a touch.
It's a little steep. So it's a little different than range anxiety in an electric car. It's brake anxiety.
Brake anxiety coming down a big hill.
But I think we'll be fine. If there's anybody on PCH that wants to lay a few pillows out for us,
Please do, and stop traffic, because we're going to be coming fast.
Thank you, man. That was awesome.
No problem.
That was awesome. We had a blast just basically doing nothing.
Doing absolutely nothing but driving.
And having coffee.
Which I do anyway. So.
Big thanks to Stuart for hanging out with me, taking a drive in his really cool 67 Lincoln Continental. If you want to see more of what Stuart does, well, you're basically going to have to go watch a Bruce Willis movie, because just about every movie that Bruce has done in the last 15 years or so, since I think he said the 3rd Die Hard movie. So if you want to see him explode or fall off things or crash or anything like that, just keep an eye out for him. It's really great to meet people that love their cars so much, and the amount of work that they put into them, extraordinary. So now I'm headed back to the pad because these cars are getting swapped out. The IMEV is going back, and it looks like a Hyundai Genesis has appeared. So I'm going to go check that out. This is Raul from Drive Shop. They're the cool guys, that bring in the awesome cars. And today, what did you bring in? What did you bring me?
I got you a Genesis, Hyundai Genesis 5.0 R-Spec.
That's nice.
Yeah, it sounds good too.
It replaces the electric car, which was fun.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it ain't this.
No, not at all. It's quite a different feel.
What do you like about it the most?
It's got a lot of power. It's got the V8. It's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of rooms. It's got all the amenities. It's got the full navigation, satellite radio. It's got power everything. I mean, there's nothing but fun on this thing.
We're gonna have a good time this week.
Definitely gonna have a good time.
Awesome. Thank you, man. All right. Went to the beach.
Yes, they had a lot of fun. We went to Latigo, played, and they both swam because there's not big waves. Then we came home and they got a bath. So now they can't move. They won't move.